What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about NBA Live 19. If you guys don't know, I'm currently in LA and I've played a lot of NBA Live 19. Well, the current build of NBA Live 19 at EA Play over the last few days. And I decided not to make this video yesterday or the day before. I decided to kind of think about it, kind of rethink about what I played, what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy, and what I think that the general public will enjoy as well. So I'm not going to be making this from a perspective of a guy who plays a lot of NBA Live, because while I did play a good bit of it at the start of the year, I do play way more 2K than Live, and I know for a fact all of you guys play more 2K than Live as well. I'm not sure there's anyone that's an exclusive NBA Live player that's really going to be sub this channel or watching this video. But in this video, I'm going to be basically telling what I believe is the truth about NBA Live, especially from the standpoint of a 2K person, and whether I think that Live is close to 2K, whether I think it's going to overtake 2K, and whether I advise you guys to buy it. So I'm going to be talking about some positives and some negatives of the game, as well as the stuff we haven't seen. And to be honest, in my opinion, the stuff we haven't seen could be the making or breaking of NBA Live 19 as a game. So before I get on to the positives and negatives, I just want to say that unlike some people that are making videos on NBA Live, I am not being paid to make this video. And also that every single thing I have said in this video, I've said to at least one developer. And a lot of the problems that I have with the game are similar problems that a lot of people have. I was around the booth for NBA Live 19 for all 3 days, and I could hear what the general public was saying as well. And a lot of it's very similar while having this video. So anyway, now let's get on to the positives. The first positive with NBA Live 19 is the improvements in gameplay. It just looks better. Like, it's not as glitchy, there's not as many bad animations. You're not going to see people warping major distances. You're not going to see the elongated arm glitch where you try to pass and you can't and their arm just extends, the Michael Jordan weird Space Jam thing that happened a lot last year. It doesn't appear that there's many glitches, and I tried to break this game. I played so much of this game, I tried to find any way to break it, and I couldn't really. Next positive is the graphics. While I'm going to put a bit of a disclaimer here because I did only play it on the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, so it wasn't 4K, but the graphics looked incredible. And that's the one thing that everyone said, that the graphics looked better than 2K. And all I'm going to say is that the graphics, I've played 2K in 4K on my PC. The graphics in 4K for NBA Live 19 are better than the 4K graphics for NBA 2K18. And I'm going to say that with 100% confidence. I don't know how to look at the normal PS4 and Xbox One, but the graphics in NBA Live 19 are incredible. The players that they get right are really nice, but at the same time there are still a lot of players that they get wrong. A lot of the lower NBA players don't really look like themselves, like players like Corver doesn't look like himself, so there's a lot of face scans they still don't have, but they might improve by the time the game comes out. The courts look incredible as well. The courts always look incredible in NBA Live, but let's be real, a good looking court isn't the reason to buy a game. While it's definitely a positive, it's not really that big of a factor, in my opinion anyway. The next positive is the defense. The defense is great in this game. You can play 5 out in NBA Live 19, but it's basically useless because the defense is that good. The defensive rotations are better, health defense is better, the AI is better, and on-ball defense is better. So there's no blow-by animations, you can defend somebody, and you actually feel like you can defend somebody, and that a person's not going to shoot 80% on you, either through open dunks or you help in the kick to a shooter, which is a really big positive. And the last positive is one that I think, if NBA Live 19 is to succeed, it's going to be because of this, and it's the streets. So the streets game mode is, we don't know exactly the progression system. We only played on one court in Rio de Janeiro, which was really nice. And the progression system, I think, is going to be what could make this game mode. But at the same time, I'm not going to say anything about it because, well, we don't know anything about it. So basically, what the streets is like a 3v3 game mode, almost like the park. But the thing is that there's certain animations that are only in the streets, which is really cool. There's a lot of dunks that are humanly possible, but you'll never see them attempting in an NBA game. Like, people will be doing the Vince Carter elbow in the ring dunk on people. There'll be 360 through the leg dunks, dunk contest dunks in these game modes. A lot of cool dribble animations you won't see in the game. And it's just a really cool game mode. And it's the most fun I've had in a long time playing either NBA Live or 2K, playing the demo version of the streets of Live 19. And now we're on to the negatives. The first negative is something that everybody who played the game pointed out, and it's icon passing. So what EA have done basically is they've made it so you can play off ball, but they've linked that with icon passing. And because of that, it's made icon passing sluggish, it's made playing off ball sluggish, and to be honest, it just makes passing sluggish in general. You can press X, but it'll go to the wrong player more often than not. And also another way of passing which is quicker is using R1 in the right stick, and I don't think that that's a viable alternative, to be honest. Icon passing is something that's been in NBA games for years and years. It was even in the old NBA, the Inside games, and I don't think that it's something that should be messed with. So I'm hoping they find a way to fix this when the game's released. Another negative is icon switching on defense. It's sluggish. It is so sluggish. It is so slow. And while it's not a big deal if you're playing on ball man to man, if you try to sit in a zone, good luck, you're going to lose. Because a lot of the time your players are out of position in zones because most teams have at least 4 shooters on the floor, and a lot of the time you don't really need to guard the ball in zone. You just got to make sure you're putting all your players in the right positions and playing a lot of off ball to make sure you're not exposed. But it's so hard to switch between players using icons that this is just impossible, and it was a big problem I've had, and it's something that I said to all the developers. And if you're trying to play a trap defense, if you're trying to play full court, if you're trying to play a zone, you just can't because of how sluggish icon switching is in the game. The camera also needs a little bit of work. While it's improved from NBA Live 18, there are still some blind spots, especially in the streets, where if they don't fix one thing in the streets, could be a big problem. And that thing is the backcourt violation. The streets is 3v3 game mode, so basically the courts are way smaller. There's very little space between the 3-point line and the halfway line. And if the ball is in the corner or in the post, and you're a shooter and trying to relocate, you can't see your player. So often you'll be trying to relocate, you'll end up in the backcourt because it's so little space between the backcourt and the 3-point line, and someone will pass you the ball, it'll be a backcourt violation. It happens 2-3 times a game, and it's one of the most frustrating things in the game, one of the only frustrating things in the game, and it's something that, in my opinion, just needs to be fixed. Especially if, when the game's fully released, the courts in the streets are as small as they are now. And now we're on to the things that may be seen as a positive or a negative. First of all is, if you're really skilled at the game and you're open, you will not miss. There was a developer who literally did not miss. If he was open, he made every single shot and greened every shot. While it's unrealistic because NBA players don't shoot that high, this is a video game, so if a player is more skilled than another player and they get green release every time, I have no problem with that. While a lot of people are going to say it hurts realism, which it does, it is a video game, and in my opinion, I'd rather it play better as a video game than be a very accurate NBA simulation. And what they've done means that it's a lot less based on luck as 2K is, so it's going to be a lot less frustrating. At the same time, it's also going to be frustrating to see a guy rain in 10 threes in a row on you. So I don't know whether it's going to be a positive or a negative. I think it can be a positive, but you just never know. The last one is fast progression. While this is definitely a positive for the casual player, it's a positive for 90% of people. You can probably get to a 99 overall in about 2 weeks in this game. And in 2K, it's months of no life in the game to get to a 99 overall. And also hundreds of dollars into the game. Now, it's definitely more of a grind and more of an achievement than 2K. It also is going to take a lot of time and money. Well, in NBA Live, you can do it for free in a couple of weeks of grinding, which I think is really good. But if you're a guy who wants to know life the game, and you're a guy who just wants to play the game to constantly rank up your player, then it's probably not for you. And now we're on to the things that we haven't seen. We've yet to see anything with Ultimate Team. We've also yet to see what type of progression system there is, especially in the streets. So basically, we've yet to see what type of replay value there is for the game. We've yet to see, is there going to be a leaderboard? Is there going to be tiers, like almost like Legend 5, where you work on your rep in the streets? So we honestly don't know, which could be a big problem. If there's no leaderboard and there's nothing to play for, it's just going to be kind of a casual game, and there's not going to be people playing as much of it. There's not going to be putting in as much time in it as there is in 2K. And also, if you're a content creator, it's going to be hard to make content for a game where there's literally nothing to do. So that could be a big problem. Hopefully there's some sort of ranking system, and it could be a big thing to get on top of the leaderboards, but we've yet to see it, and that could be a big deal when it comes to replay value for the game. So anyway, that's the video. Do I suggest to pick up NBA Live 19? Do I suggest to pre-order it? No. I will never suggest to pre-order a game. And also, NBA Live 19, while it's a definite upgrade from NBA Live 18, it's quite a similar game, and if you're good at 18, you'll be good at 19. So, but what I do advise you guys to do is pick up the demo. I think it's coming out on August 24th. No matter what, play a ton of the demo. Don't play 1 or 2 games and put it down, because that's what I did last year, and I played 1 or 2 games of live and thought this game sucked. The more I played it, the more fun I had, and anyone who played live a lot said it. It was just more fun than 2K. So, guys, pick up the demo. If you like the demo, pick up the game on release. If there's no progression system, there's no major replay value, I don't believe that the game is worth $60. I don't believe that there's enough in it to be worth $60. I don't think that you can go in enough depth to be worth $60. But I do think the gameplay is good enough that at some stage during the year, you're going to want to pick this up. If this game, like last year, goes on sale after like 2 weeks for $30, pick it up. If it launches with a pre-order at $40, pre-order it the day before. Also, if the game launches at a cheaper price, then that'll be a great time to pick it up, because definitely it's worthy as a competitor to 2K. And if you like basketball games and are frustrated with 2K, it's definitely an alternative that you can play for a few hours, have fun. It's easy to pick up and play. If you're new to basketball games, you'll still be able to hold your own in it, while also there's a big gap between the elite and the casual players. It's one of the most fun basketball games I've ever played, but there's a lot of other factors that come into whether I believe it will be close to 2K, whether I believe it's worth $60, and these are stuff that we are probably not going to see until a week before the game comes out. So anyway, that's the video. It's my experience with NBA Live 19. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.